Hi, guys. Welcome to my podcast, Random Thoughts with Barbara. Thank you so much for joining me. This week, I had so much fun trying to promote this podcast. I was doing promo, working on my anxiety, on posting. You just have to start anyway. So I had to start somewhere. So I had so much fun with you on WhatsApp, TikTok, Instagram. My name is Barbara, as I said. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a friend, just trying to discover life as she goes in building the community that fits the person that I'm becoming and learning new things, opening to new different ideas. Hence the birth of my podcast, Random Thoughts with Barbara. But before we start, disclaimer, I'm not a teacher or an expert. I'm just sharing my thoughts around friendship because friendship is a community that will make a person, to make you who you are. I've heard a saying that show me your friend and I'll show you your future. So our friends do play a big role in us. I just want to say in this journey, who you build, who you hang, the community you end up building can make your life easy or can even break it. But what I've noticed in 2025, I'm not sure if you also have noticed, we are cutting people off so quickly. No one has a chance anymore. And for someone who's like me, a vibe girl, a lover girl, it's hurting where I can see so many potential friendship breaking because no one is giving it. You breathe wrongly, cut off, you say anything that is not supposed to say, you've been ghosted. That's the thing that I want to discuss more because I never play when it comes to honoring your peace. I never play when it comes to honoring your growth. I never play when it comes to honoring your own self mental health. How do you know? I feel like everyone is in the journey. I'm not sure if because I'm growing, but I feel like everyone is in the journey of healing. Someone is healing. We are all healing, but are we hiding healing in the name of just ghosting friends, not want to build communities, not wanting to have real conversations? Friendship is a universal thing, easy to relate to, and will instantly set a tone to what we can be as human beings. In 2025, like I said, it's like Olympic sports right now of people cutting and choosing their piece as you should. But I just want us to sit together and sit on it a little bit that is it really time for cutting off? But sometimes it is. How do you know? That's the thing that we are gonna discuss. Labels matters, guys. Trust me. Because I'm wired to be a vibe girl. I was rushing and skipping into let's vibe, let's go ahead and vibe, and skipping that we to stop a little bit and make sure that we are building good friendship before we vibes are good, but how long can we vibe? So as we move 2025, let's slow down and honor friendship. This is what I've learned that you need to put people in their groups. So the main reason that I want to say why are friendships now become a little bit tricky in 2025 or in this day and age is because everyone is trying to heal, everyone is trying to find their peace, and everyone is setting their boundaries, and everyone is now knowing their worth. So some of these friends are becoming draining, and that's why people are now getting a little bit of trick. But the thing is, for me, instead of I will say I will for personal experience, I need to stay in friends for a long time before I upgrade a person to be a best friend, because I'm a vibe girly. Every time when you say, oh Barbara, you look nice, girl, you're doing amazing, my brain say ding ding ding, besties. Guess what? Wrong. You shouldn't be running to be best friends so quickly. That's when it end up becoming ghosting, and sometimes that's when you start to feel like you're brain coming someone. Breadcrumbing is just giving someone enough to keep them around. My main personal story is I'm a lover girl. I didn't know the difference. This was just an acquaintance. I give good vibe. I love everyone. I feel like everyone is so innocent until proven guilty. It's a blessing and a curse, really. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but then I owe you, it will make me struggle and burn out and ended up resenting people. Then you ended up saying I'm claiming my peace and healing. That makes building a real community even harder. If you are a vibe girl, building a real community is really hard because you are not waiting to be in a debt. You strap yourself too thin and burnout creeps in, which is not okay. Not everyone, my realization in this journey, when it comes to friendship, not everyone is meant to be in your inner circle. Trust me. You can love the vibe, but still label it right. Like I said, labels are very important. For someone who are saying, oh, labels is not, no, you need labels, guys. You need labels to function. You need labels to have your sanity. Friend and mutual safe, consistent. Acquaintance, fun, energy, but no depth. It's fun. We're vibing, but there's no depth. A friend, we're mutual self, and there's consistent. I had to stop and ask, how do I want my friendships to work for me? How do I like my friendship to shift from me vibing to vibing with everyone to being very intentional? This is what I had to learn. I had to pause and realize not every hype instant bestie. They can be amazing, very supportive, very kind, very loving people, but still cannot be in my inner circle. It took me time. Like I said, vibe girl, everyone should be in my circle. The biggest mistake you can do for yourself. As a vibe girl, the thing that when it comes to vibe, that means I'm running on a very speed. So my pattern, I was fast tracking connections, acquaintances, friends, and bestie. No time for depth, guys. There was no time for depth. It's just vibes. Woohoo, we vibe. But this was not okay. This is not building a community. This is not being intentional. This is not building your ride or die. Because vibes do really settle down. So the growth that I had to do, I had to slow down, learn to let people be where they are, creating a health friendship by respecting stages. Acquaintances, they had to say acquaintances, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a very sweet spot to be. Friends stay friends until time and depth prove more. That I would say, let's stay at a friendship stage for a long time, the best way you can, guys. Not every cheerleader is your bestie. This is I'm telling it to myself because if you vibe me, best friend. So I'm learning into that. If you had to catch this thing early, you are the most luckiest person because you didn't have to then I process things slow. So when you ended up processing, oh, wait a minute, I'm thinking I'm a good friend. What do you mean? I'm giving all these premium besties and I'm getting nothing. So those were also when you are a vibe girl, your red flags is you're doing too much without realizing you're doing too much. You're saying I'm a good person, I'm a best friend. Why is he not giving back to me? Because I'm expecting me into others. That's the red flag that I had to reflect for my self growth. I hate saying this, but my red flag was asking my why people weren't pouring into me when I thought I was such a good friend. Why? Why am I having not the same vibe as everyone? Because I set myself an expectation trap. I was giving premium friendship but felt like I was getting crumbs. It's not good. It's not good to do. It's something that I had to. It was turning into resentment. I had to stop and do my own self check, self awareness. When you get to that sweet spot, it's checking yourself. It's hard, guys, but I had to do it because I want to build good community. The shift when I went through. I hate this, but my red flag. I hate doing too much. Then I had to shift the shift, guys, the shift, oh boy, I don't expect it to realize I wasn't seeing people as individuals. And because I was expecting everyone, because I'm giving you back and I'm expecting you to give back the same thing. And I was expecting them to be as a friend. I was expecting them to be as a friend. That was unfair to them and unfair to me as well. Because the hard part, easier to say you are a red flag. It was easy for me to point it out. How can they do this or that? But harder to say my own red flags. So that's the thing that I had to also learn. No one likes that mirror moment. Trust me, you don't want to do that. But when you go through all the bad, you go through the shift, the hard part, then you come to growth. I think that's where I am, a sweet spot. Owning your own red flags helps build self community because you're not blaming. It's about creating space where both and others can grow, which was amazing. This is what I had to do for myself. I'm not sure if you have ever do. I did share another video that I watched, and it was relating so much to me. I had to share it when the friends had to sit down and had the hard talk. The friends had to talk that I don't think we are friends anymore. We don't talk anymore. So, have you ever been in your life that you had to sit and have that difficult conversation with your friend and see where your friendship was? So, what I would say when it comes to have conversation, there are some people you literally have to not ghost, or even if you want to protect your people, you need to have a sit down. And there's some people you are immediately block. So, The thing that I want to put out, sometimes you can make a mistake where if you're not self-aware, if you are rushing quickly, you miss a spot where you're blocking the people you were supposed to have conversation with, or you're having conversation with people you should have been blocking with. So I would definitely need to see your answers, guys. If you ever had a problem where you said, I wish I could have a talk with this friend, or this one, I wish I didn't have them the talk because the talk made it worse, I could have immediately broke. Have you reached to that part? I would love to know your side. That would be really, really amazing. So yeah, guys, that's where I am at right now. I'm learning that friendship doesn't need to be rushed. Labels matter, and sometimes the hardest thing is looking at your own red flags, not just pointing out at everyone. The biggest takeaway for me is this: a healthy community starts with me. If I want a safe friendship, I have to be a safe friend too. So we move through 2025 in this journey of life. Life is beautiful. Let's slow down. Let's slow down a little bit. Let's honor the people who are around us. Let's honor our circle, who they are, and stop expecting everyone to be your premium bestie. Please don't do that overnight. It can backfire to you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on my very first ever podcast. I appreciate you so much. And your time, for spending your time with me. Whenever you're sipping, whatever you're doing, sipping your coffee, tea, wine, I'm a wine girl, so no judgment there. Or if this hits you, please share with your friend, because there is more conversations we should all be having. So if this was relatable, please share with your friends. Until next time, keep growing, keep loving, and remember, not every cheerleader is your bestie. See you in our next podcast, where we're gonna be discussing motherhood, my personal favorite. Thank you, guys.